least you must reach the state of Nirvikalpa. Do not blame any circumstance. Do not blame your father, mother, brother, atmosphere, this, that. There's no need to blame anyone. Because somebody came, we were influenced. What is the matter with you? I am here. You are not influenced by me. How are you influenced by somebody who is so stupid, obviously, so dominating? That means, what is your level? So tomorrow, I've decided to tell you how to be at the state of Nirvikalpa. As I said, we can approach mentally. But mentally, if I say you take this medicine and you do not take the medicine, that is just a mental thing. The medicine is kept on the cupboard. You are just the same. And then you say, Mother, yes, we listened to your lecture.
And that should happen to all of you, that you should not become any more recipient of all these nonsensical things, but just manifesting your love to others. That should happen to every seeker. And once that happens, you reach that state which I described yesterday as Nirvikalpa Samadhi. That Samadhi must come. That awareness, enlightened awareness you must have, you must achieve that. In Sahaja Yoga, one has to understand that it is your own progress which is important, and the progress of the whole that is important. It's not only your own progress, but the whole, the collectivity, especially as he has said that at Vishuddhi Chakra. Here is the point of our evolution where we raised our head.
It's very gratified to see so many Sahajogis have come to celebrate the Sahasrar day. Without breaking the Sahasrara, we could not have achieved the ascent en masse. But the Sahasrara, which is the brain, has gone into too much complications in the West. And the nerves are very much twisted one upon another. To keep Sahasrara open should be very easy if the Western brains could understand and be aware about your mother. When your mother is the deity of Sahasrara, the only way to be able to keep the Sahasrara open has to be complete surrendering. For that, many ask me, how do we do? It's a very funny question. It is irrelevant. If your Sahasrara has been opened out by someone, and luckily that is the deity before you, it should be the easiest thing to surrender. But it is not. It is difficult. Because the attention that has come up through the cells of the brain, expressing itself through the cells of the brain, is polluted. It is impure. It is destructive. It spoils the nerves. And when the nerves are spoiled, the light of the spirit does not shine on the nerves. And you feel the inability to surrender. Normally, it should be the easiest thing to do. So we have to mentally approach ourselves. We have to talk to ourselves and say to ourselves, what are you doing? What is surrendering? It is enjoyment. It is just enjoyment. Then why I cannot surrender? What is lacking in me? Am I a very low-level person? Am I the one who was just saying I am a seeker, but I am not? Am I a dishonest person that I cannot surrender? If so, what am I proud of myself? If that is the situation, then why am I so much enamored by my ego? What do you have to surrender? A drop has to dissolve into the ocean to become the ocean. And a drop cannot be greater than the ocean, can it be? So what is the surrendering? Surrendering of our conditionings, of our ego, and the artificial barriers we have built around us. One can approach mentally, one can approach emotionally, and also physically we can approach ourselves. We can approach ourselves through mantras. Through seeing ourselves, through knowing ourselves. But one should know this is the greatest of greatest opportunity for you, not for the divine. To understand that whatever I tell you is for your ascent, you need a kind of a state of mind which is a detached mind. And the detachment is visible, very clear cut in a person, that he is neither very emotionally attached or he is neither nor very physically attached, but he sees that the progress of himself and of the society is the point. Like the cell knows it has to progress for the betterment of the tree, but it has innate wisdom to do it in such a way that it never harms himself or does not harm the tree. So, the progress of a mind which wants to develop has to be such that you should move with a balance, with a witness state, and see for yourself how far you should go and how far you should not go. Going to extremes is not Sahaja Yoga style. Ascent is. The Kundalini, which has risen up and given you realization, creates that subtle opening by which the divine starts pouring all its subtleties inside your brain. But if you are pressing it from both the sides with these balloons, sometimes opening, sometimes closing, sometimes opening, the divine recedes its attention. You must know that. The attention is receded back, and if it is done many a times, the divine doesn't bother. So it is you who has to achieve that state, and all of us can achieve that state of Nirvikalpa. In that, there is just progression. After Nirvikalpa, you cannot come down. If somebody is still going up and down, he should know he is still not up to the point, and he should face up to himself and tell himself or herself that no, I have to be into Nirvikalpa, where I do not come down. But first stage is to become thoughtlessly aware with the vibrations. But you can give realization to others. You can give. But Nirvikalpa is a different thing. That whatever may happen, you know that this is the truth. Whatever may happen. That stage is to be achieved. It's a stage. It's a very high stage, I would say, where you are so sensitive to things that immediately you know what is negativity, from where it is coming, how the attack is coming, how others are affected. We have quite a lot of them among here also people. And then you are exposed to new experiences better, and then you rise in there. That's the Nirvikalpa Samadhi.